a lead magnet on how to make a lead magnet, because we're going to be here for the next 364 days now, a year, every day. So click like and subscribe. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the day 2 of our year-long author journey. I hope you are enjoying it. It's been kind of really, actually very cool to see all of your comments and everything on the videos. We're actually kind of building a little community, which is kind of exciting because you and I both know writing can be a lonely journey. So it's been kind of cool to kind of talk with you guys in the comments. So if you haven't yet, click like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and turn on that notifications bell so that you catch our updates every day. Today we're going to be talking about lead magnets. I actually have a couple here for you. I know that I did with my son. He's for a project we're working on together. As you can see, let me see here. I'll get into that in a minute. But right now, what I want to talk to you guys about is the need for you to really take this author journey to the next level. I believe requires, one, really helping or entertaining the people that you want to entertain, and number two, reaching out to them and collecting, ways to contact them in your own business, because you really are kind of building a community, kind of like what we're doing here, and you don't want to have your community reliant on anyone except for you to know that you're sending out something. So email is a great way to do that. As a matter of fact, in the upcoming, maybe once a week, I'll put together a weekly download, kind of like what I'm going to show you guys today, so we can have our own email community where I can email you guys things that I'm finding, maybe deeper dives into what I talk about in the videos. But you really need to start building your audio. Wow, I don't know why I said that. Your reader base, because everyone says in the comments, everyone's like, well, I don't want to learn marketing, or I don't have a big budget, or I don't have fill in the blank thing that people think they need. Let me tell you something. You don't need to have a large a list of people, but you do need to constantly show up for them for the next 6 to 9 months. And that's if you want to have a strong reader base that's going to identify with you, that you can help, that you can entertain, that you can serve. If you want that, so many groups talk about, so many media things that we talked about in the last video have long rollouts for their books. And I just think if you really want to do this, you really want this to be your thing, you're going to have to adopt what they do and not what they say. They say, build it and they will come, but they do long 6 months, 7 months rollouts. For instance, I've been watching Squid Game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Squid Game on Netflix. That thing has had like a 2-year rollout for people to get the next one, because they didn't know the first one was going to be such a big hit. So they had 2 or 3 year rollout for the new series, which is out now on Netflix. I don't get paid anything to talk about that. I just thought it was a good example. There are other movies that are coming out, and I know you guys know they are like 6 to 9 month rollouts, letting you know that it's coming. So these are these little things I'm going to show you here, ebooks I'm going to show you here, are your rollouts to help your audience know that you're coming out with something. So let me show you kind of what I'm talking about here. So this is printed out. You don't ever have to have it printed out. But you definitely want to make sure that it looks presentable. So I'm going to give you some tips here. One thing you want to do in your downloadable downloads is have a number 5 branding tips, or 5 or 3 or 2, so that we know kind of on the cover what we're getting as far as the download. Even when you're sending it out, just because you have to pay for ads to help people know about your stuff, okay? 1, decide what you're doing. As you can see, as you guys are writers, this is like a paragraph and then a deep explanation of the paragraph. We're talking maybe your download should have total of 1,000 to 1,200 words, right? And it's filled with graphics and detailed information. As you can see, The second one is maybe like 300 words, but I'm diving into what it is. I'm not giving you crap. It's not fluff. It's valuable information. This one, probably another 300 words. See that? This is what your stuff should look like. And I'm actually going to show you kind of a little bit more of what I'm talking about. Tip number 3, graphic. We got it spread out. That one's like maybe 200 words, maybe. This one's maybe another 300. You get the idea as I put all this stuff over here. You get the idea of where I'm going with what your downloadable should look like. It should be filled with information, and it shouldn't go any more than maybe 1,000 to 1,200 words. It should have a number. So let's break this down so it's like really easy. So one, you're going to want to have it designed. So let me go and show you kind of where you can get them designed. Okay, let's go into the computer door here and take a look at what we've got. All right, so Fiverr, as you can see here, let's just go ahead and play through. You type in lead magnet and it'll bring up these guys. Now, what I want you to see is that this one has 588, 39. This is 1K. 1K and 500 positive reviews is a good move for you. Let's see. We're going to scroll down and look at some more. Here's another one. I don't even know who these people are, but 4.9. Okay. Well, let's just take a look, and I mean, you can see kind of the idea, but let's kind of take a look and see what it looks like as far as the actual PDF. So something I want you to be aware of, okay, as we scroll through these things. Do you see like the font on these, how they're kind of just regular standard font? There are no levels really to it. When you scroll, see that right there? It's kind of like, you know, they're kind of like regular looking, in my opinion. What I like to do when I'm looking at these is always look at the back, because the further back you go, that's what you're going to get. I've worked with Victor before, but you know, he's good as well. I'm trying to find this one guy there he is. I work with all the time. Anas, I believe is how you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but and I probably should. But as you can see, when you click through here, his look, they're just a little bit better. They're a little more designed. They're a little more, and that's who I had designed the other one. They're just something about them that makes them pop a little bit more. And for me, I think that's important because you're establishing your brand. You're establishing what people are going to, as you can see, that 13 looks very similar to mine, and the 5. As you can see, there it is again, like 5 secrets, things you should do. You know, as you can see, the same kind of layout, you know, a fun little ebook that kind of just brushes over 35 tips. Do you see this? Like, so that's a great way to, if you're doing a nonfiction book and you're talking about your topic, you know, 4 to 5 things, or maybe if you're doing a fiction one, you can do like, I don't know, 1 short story or 5 things to think about when you're solving mysteries, or I don't know. Let's see what this guy looks like over here, Rashid, because he has 100. So he's kind of like an up and comer, which is kind of cool. He's using on Canva. He may be a little more less expensive, but you know, you can see like the design work is good, but it's not like, you know, it's not like top level. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna have to kind of coach and drive a little bit more, but you can save a little bit if you're working with newer designers that are kind of starting. So here's what I want you to do, kind of get from the whole deal here. So 3 things: you want to have your design look great, and maybe even establish colors that you're going to use for your downloadable, and you're going to have to run ads to it, or you're going to have to create some content where they can get a deeper dive into whatever you're talking about, whether it's on YouTube. But I'm just telling you, like $5 a day, or $2 or $5 a day, and you do it 3 or 4 days. I know you have 15 to 20 bucks that you can invest in your business. If you do it like, you know, 4 to 5 times a month, or if you can move up to 10 times a month, that'd be great. 50 bucks. I'm spending 50 bucks a month on my business, author reaching people. That'd be great. Develop downloadables to start to build your reader base, and give them information or entertainment based on what it is that your book is going to be about in about 6 to 9 months. Also, make sure that you keep your downloadable book in between 1,000 to 1,200 words. In addition to that, make sure it's well designed. If you'd like, I can go into kind of ads that I would run, but here's what the ads that I already run that I like. Facebook ads. I like Pinterest ads, which are really cool. You can get some great analytics on those. Google ads are also great. I wasn't a fan of Google ads in the beginning, but they're actually really good. And I'm also going to be trying YouTube ads. I haven't really done YouTube ads. I don't know how they work or how good they are or whatever, but they might be great for fiction and nonfiction. I don't know, but I'm gonna start trying them and see how they work. But long story short, before you get to all the deep diving into the ads and all these other things, you need to have a list of things that you're going to give to your readers to kind of get them engaged in your author brand. And that can be a list of 5 helpful tips or 3 or 2 helpful tips. A great design. Don't design it yourself. Please don't do that. Let's move away from that. And then also you're gonna need to run ads to your download. And something you need to know about running ads to your download is that some days it's, for the most part, in the first, I would say 4 to 5 months, it's going to be a loss. You're going to get maybe little to no engagement. No one's going to we might take off. You might like have something that's just red hot and people love, and it takes off and you're like, okay, when I write the book on this is going to be great because I already know that people are digging it. But it might take some time to kind of help people wrap their head around what you are doing. The thing is, though, is that you are not building a group of readers that are your friends and family. I don't know where that came from. I wish it would go away, but it won't, because it feels good. It feels good to say my friends and family are going to read my book, or I'm going to hand it to someone and they're going to run with it and publish it everywhere. It feels good to say that. But let me tell you something to pay attention to, okay? Whenever you see people that are doing this traditional publishing thing, I want you to pay attention. They never really talk, for the most part, about sales. They never talk about the results from this wonderful idea of people taking their books and putting them everywhere. They never talk about the results. They always talk about the emotional, fun happiness of having someone do what everyone says you should do, which is taking it and exposing it to everyone. They never really ever talk about the results most of the time. Or they'll say, New York Times bestseller, which we just talked about in another video that you can check out about that. But anyways, I want you to have the life, and I want myself to have the life of being a full-time author. So I'm going to ask you to do this before I let you guys go. Let's let go of the idea of the romanticizing of what this is, and let's fall in love with the actuality of what this is. Is what I'm going to challenge you to do. I mean, I'm an author as well as you, and it's like we can, theorize and fantasize and dreamicize about all the things and not have any results and say, I'm doing whatever, the dream of writing and the sweat and the tears and all the other stuff. And the people say, how many books did you sell? Well, it sold 5, but it's not for that. If you're not here for that, then this might not be the thing for you, because I feel like people need to know that you can help them. People need to know that you can entertain them. And writing in the dark and then going away is not what I want to do. And if you want to do that, you can still follow, but that's not the goal. The goal is not to have great art that nobody sees. The goal is not to have great information that nobody reads, for me, and hopefully for this community. I've talked a long time, but let me wrap it up by saying this. Lead magnets. If you'd like for me to make a longer, or like not longer, but a more like a lead magnet on how to make a lead magnet, I can do that for you. Just leave a comment below and I'll make another video, because we're going to be here for the next 364 days now, a year, every day. So if you would like that, I can make a lead magnet on how to make a lead magnet, or you can rewatch this and kind of walk through it yourself. The recap, make sure it's designed well. Don't get it a crappy design, because that speaks to your brand. Number 2, make sure it has a limited number of tips or ideas or things you're going to give to your person. And number 3, be willing to pay to drive traffic to your lead magnet. Also, and number 4, once they're on your email list, continue to serve them. Maybe let them know you've got something new that can help them. We're building a community and a brand and a reader base that really can benefit from what you are creating or enjoys what you do. And that takes time and that takes investment. So I'm sure you can do $20 a month or something like that. And you can start small and start building it up and grow from there. So that's all I got for you guys today. Tomorrow I'm going to come to you guys with some more things as I'm kind of mapping this out on what this day is going to look like. But I really want you guys to fall in love with creating a lead magnet. So please do that. If you have any questions or want me to go deeper into that, leave a comment below. Click like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Talk to you later.